That is 330 pounds.
I think it might wheelie.
I don't want to get in that thing. Today's video is sponsored by Brunt.
We are swapping our homemade 1.2 liter diesel engine in our abandoned Baja Beetle.
Man, is that thing even gonna fit?
Absolutely, dude. We're gonna be snatching gears in no time with this thing.
We're not making this easy on ourselves. First, we had to drag this Beetle out of the woods, clean it up, and yank out the blown factory engine. Then, we machined custom flanges and hubs to keep our triple 10 horsepower diesel engines in sync. If this swap works, we'll have a 1.2 liter diesel dune buggy with a 4-speed manual transmission, because we have to know if an all AliExpress power unit can actually move a car. What problem are you not seeing here, my guy?
All right, so yeah, we're gonna have to overcome a couple of things. One, that's a lot of weight hanging off the back of this thing. So we're gonna have to build an adapter plate to the transmission, and we're gonna have to weld off of that plate heading towards our engines. It's gonna have to be attached to our lower engine plate. We're gonna have to install the flywheel and clutch, because we do want a clutch working on this thing. I mean, it'd be nice to
That'd be awesome, man. A 4-speed diesel with reverse 3-cylinder?
Yep, that'll be nice. And since we have so much weight coming off the back, I think the thing to do is to make a little like roll bar or something coming off the engines, heading up to our existing roll bar right here, because that's a lot of work. And of course we'll remove the hood on this thing. So this thing might be able to wheelie.
It might wheelie? Dude, it might get decent fuel mileage. We're basically building a European compact car.
No, we're building a Volkswagen TDI.
Exactly.
Or I'm gonna call it the TD Lie.
So the side shot, it's a little wacky. It looks like it's giving birth. But like from back here, it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Only because you can't tell how long it is.
Right.
This is gonna be a unit.
Oh yes, it really is. Yeah.
It looks like a glitched out video game. It's like repeating.
I got you.
Yeah.
It's going so fast, you see the engine every frame. So I'm going to be removing the pressure plate and clutch so I can get to the flywheel bolts so I can pop the flywheel off. And I'm hoping that we can make a some sort of a flange that slips on to our shaft on our diesel engines with a flange that'll allow us to bolt our flywheel to it, so we can use that transmission with a foot clutch, and we can have a use the factory starter on it to crank up the diesel engines. Notice the big nut thing. That's right, it's got a big nut, but it's got the 4 holes. This one has not been drilled for more holes. I'm hoping that we'll be able to take those holes and bolt up a flange to those holes.
Sweet.
That's what I'm hoping. So I got to find a big nut to take that off.
So you might be wondering, why are we parting out this beautiful custom-built Baja Beetle to install an inline 3 diesel? Well, it's been sitting out at a field at one of Ike's family's properties for a few years, and it's safe to say it's been abandoned. And the engine has a hole in the crankcase, so there is no getting this thing running again. So we figure, why not save it, repower it.
That's right. Oh my God.
You might unstick the motor before you get the nut loose, man.
Yeah, that's my thought. Ah, got it.
Nope. Well, you don't need a flywheel holder tool when your engine is locked up.
There we go. This should just pry off. That's it. So this is what we got. And we're gonna have to build a flange to fit this.
So here's what Ike has cooked up to attach our inline 3 to the Volkswagen gearbox. Here's the stock flywheel. We basically need to make a hub or an adapter that goes from here onto the 1-inch crankshaft of the diesel. So here it is. What do you think?
Yeah, beautiful.
Oh, well, it needs a couple hours machine time first. Basically, it's gonna get turned down to fit in here with 4 holes drilled so that the factory flywheel holder bolt nut can fit on. And this is what's gonna center the pilot bearing as well, right?
That's correct.
Sweet. Over here, we need to cut out a ring that bolts to the bell housing here so that we can build off of that and hang our engines. And that doesn't even get into consideration all the extra weight and leverage that 3 engines is gonna have off the back of this rotten chassis. So we got a lot of work ahead of us. Let's get to it. So this is basically what we're gonna be building off of to mount our engines to, at least part of it. And then like the back is gonna have to go up to like the roll cage somehow. Or something. All right, we just gotta lower the car down and then center this thing up, make sure the tilt is right. Yeah, I like where this is going. Wow, it's gonna be a looker.
Round 1. There we go. This is the end that fits on the flywheel. And I'll have to drill 4 bolt holes for dowels. This will fit right on there. That's going to be the pilot hole for the transmission. And now what I've got to do is I got to flip it over, go from the other end, and I got to drill it to 0.98 millimeters.
No, inches.
Or 98 millimeters. For the shaft.
Inches.
Is it in? Did I do inches? Oh gosh. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Have fun.
I would have liked it to been a tad bit tighter, but I hit it that one last time, you know. And it'll be all right because we're gonna have in the center, we're gonna have it drilled and tapped for this. Man, I gotta find a place to sit.
You all right, buddy?
Standing at the lathe for a couple hours, even with these anti-fatigue mats, it's just killing my feet.
Dude, I didn't even notice. I have all the support and protection I need thanks to my Brunt boots. They're sponsoring today's video and they're constructed with your working lifestyle in mind. I'm wearing the Sullivan Brunt Toe waterproof boots and they've been comfortable right out of the box. I didn't even have to break them in. That's because Brunt's signature cushion insoles accommodate all preferences, such as an anti-odor treatment, a memory foam layer, and a grippy toe coating. But Brunt boots don't just feel good, they work good. They have water-resistant construction, they're EH-rated, slip, oil, and heat-resistant up to 572 degrees Fahrenheit. And to top it all off, Brunt boots are honestly priced. I've had my other pair of Brunt Marin boots the longest, and they've cost me around 50 cents a day with plenty of life left. A low price to pay for all-day comfort and protection. And Brunt is so confident in their boots that they let you try them on the job, meaning if you don't love them, you can send them back. So get the most comfortable work boot on the market today. Use my code to get $10 off your first purchase today. Try them on the job, and if you don't like them, just send them back. Let's get back to the Beetle. So while Ike is machining, Luke and I are gonna work on bracing up this 3-engine design here so that it doesn't immediately just break the transmission and break the rear suspension off of this thing.
Let her eat.
Oh, it's grabbing the sushi.
This is it, except we're going underneath it.
Exactly.
Dude, that's
I think it's pretty good.
exactly where we wanted it.
Yeah. All right, I'm pretty much there.
I'm good.
Oh, crap, mine's not wide enough. Well, here's the thought. We cut this notch here, except I didn't cut mine quite wide enough, but it's gonna give us lots of room to weld. The bends are gonna head straight through the body there, up to the roll cage. Got it recut. Looking good, man. I got plenty of space for fuel tanks, and it's super close for the exhaust, so
Just need to get it around and under.
All right, guys, check this out. Oh, yes. That's a nice fit. So, The bore is perfect. I had to use the boring bar on it. I drilled holes in this thing. I plan on splitting it right down the middle to about to this point right here. And I'm gonna cut a notch in it right there, and this piece is gonna come completely off. And that'll allow us to mill out a keyway. I'm not ready to do that yet because I need to try out the flywheel on this and make sure that all the holes match up. Oh, look at that. Fits right on the shaft of our transmission, the pilot bearing. Our pilot bearing is not ready yet. I'm using the factory pilot bearing and bolt hold down for the flywheel on this. So not only is it going to be our pilot bearing, but it's going to be threaded into the end of my piece here, and it's going to hold the flywheel on, and these are going to be for the alignment pins for our flywheel. So come here and check out what I got over here. These are going to be our alignment pins. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put them in the holes, and then I'm going to cut the heads off. And we're going to rely on that pilot bearing
to hold it on.
But
interesting.
I need to that's cool. Let's check it out and make sure it's straight on the engine. That is mint, dude.
Straight as an arrow, dude.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
That is awesome. Let me get the clutch on this thing and the pressure plate, and then we can go ahead and start setting it up while we're waiting for the other parts to come in.
Cool.
All right, dude, remember that tap that we were waiting on to thread our adapter for this? This holds on the flywheel. If I don't have this in straight or have all the threads correct, we could lose a flywheel, which could lead to catastrophic failure. Busted crankshaft, pieces flying all over the place.
Well, it's a good thing we have that tap, right?
Yes. Well, we didn't think about how we're going to be centering the tap up to our piece. So this is the jankiness that I've come up with, and I'm just hoping that it is going to be true. So it's going to be put in there straight.
So you're telling me it's critical that that thing is straight?
Absolutely.
Good luck, buddy.
Thanks, dude.
But once this thing is tapped, like, we're ready for final install, right?
Correct.
Sweet.
Ooh, no, not quite. I need to split this adapter so our two pieces can be bolted together. So
Clamp.
So it can clamp on the crankshaft. I was a little worried about just the key in there holding everything together. Like those three engines, one little, what is it, 1/4 inch key?
Oh yeah.
Holding everything. So I made this where I'm making it where it can also clamp as well as it have a key. So fingers crossed it's going to be okay. It's a lot going on. So the back of this car was not designed for all that weight. That is 330 pounds in just engines. That doesn't include what it's bolted to or the bracing that we're adding to here. So, and a Beetle engine is at the maximum 250 pounds. So we're adding at least 100 pounds to the back of this Beetle. It's gonna need some serious reinforcement so it doesn't just break in half right out of the gate.
We're gonna pop that pipe through and attach it to the current roll cage. Should be nice and stable.
So the benefit to using this Beetle in particular is that it's a Baja Beetle. It's been lightened, the fender's been cut, the top has been cut out. The downside is it's been severely weakened. The whole side of this car moves when you shut the door. So we're gonna need to do some serious work. Make sure this thing doesn't break in half. Oh man, the head unit piece is gone.
Dang it.
Well, I know we could fire this thing up one more time and listen to the Beach Boys or whatever this dude was listening to. Oh man, it was a cassette player. It wasn't a CD, that was a cassette. wonder if there are any cassettes in there. There's some points ignition in there. Is that a 10 millimeter? I don't want to touch it.
That's a 10 millimeter. I'd say our investment is secured.
Yeah.
Alright. Nailed it.
Perfect fit. Ah.
It's okay, we're still far out.
Yeah, we can still move the engines forward.
Yep.
Well, that's gonna meet there.
Check it out. This is gonna go on there. This is our pilot bearing right there.
Nice and straight, right?
Yeah.
It looks great. That's a fantastic looking piece, man.
Thank you. I'm not quite done with it, but just trying to do one step at a time. Yeah, I had a thread in there, and I also had to put in a step on there.
So we're just reinforcing this thing, talking about how it's been lightened and weakened, and it was a beach car, and it's rusty.
Yeah.
It might fall apart.
Well, and with all this weight on the back, I think it might wheelie.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Wait, why do you think it's gonna wheelie?
Well, I've seen a factory Volkswagen Beetle with a hopped up engine in the back do a wheelie. You add an extra 100 pounds, 2 more feet back from the rear axle, it might have enough weight in the back to like just tote the front tires. I'm not saying it's gonna like ride a wheelie, but I think it'll pop a wheelie. So another thing is we've got 4 flywheels on this thing. We have the factory Volkswagen flywheel that's going to go in the bell house, and we have this flywheel, we have this flywheel, and we have this flywheel. That's a lot of rotating mass. So when you go to dump the clutch, it don't matter how much horsepower you got all that rotating, that inertia, and it's going to just dig on in, and she's going to want to do something.
I hope it does, man.
I mean, I'm not saying it will, because if I say it will, it won't happen, but it's got the possibility of doing it. I got to get to work.
So in addition to all our challenges, like this giant rust hole in the chassis, the motor mounts are blown out of this thing. So we are gonna make this thing solidly mounted. So we need to build off of this anyway to connect to our engine assembly. So we're gonna pull this bolt out, drill a hole in this angle iron, attach that there, weld to our ring, something like that, like so, and then we'll have a nice strong base that we can build off of for our engine mounts, where we're completely eliminating the rubber engine mounts. Race car. Car just got lighter. You see the whole thing tilt a little bit?
Tilt?
That's fine.
Of
Yeah,
course.
that's good.
Nice.
Look at that, it's got Volkswagen. The logo right there on the bolt, that's cool. Well, we gotta drill a hole in our angle iron, reinstall it. Looks like it's gonna line up perfect. So before I weld in this area, we gotta do something about the hole in the chassis down here. So I found an old piece of an exhaust pipe and split it down the middle. I'm gonna tack it on there and just hammer it so that it fits nicely, and it's just gonna be a quick, easy patch for our chassis. All right, and look at the finished patch panel underneath, man. Thing's practically restored.
Oh, that is so restored, dude.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So anyway, you got some good news, man? Are you finally done when you're machining purgatory?
I am finally done with my machining.
Let's see it.
All right. This is what a full day of machining looks like. I'm pretty proud of it. I think it's going to work pretty good. The flywheel goes on this end. The crankshaft slides in there, and then it gets tightened up, and it's not going to go anywhere. Hopefully, everything's going to stay square, and we'll be able to assemble this and install it on the engine, and then we'll be able to put the engines in the Beetle.
So you got your locator pins,
Yeah.
washer, and that special nut that's so important, which is missing.
Where is my nut? All right, there was a socket that went to it where I can tighten it up. But this is my nut slash pilot bearing. So there's a bearing on the inside of that, and this is threaded and it holds the flywheel on that adapter piece that I made. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna just add some Loctite to this because I don't want it to go anywhere. I don't know what the torque spec is for factory, but this thing is definitely not factory, so I don't think I can use the same.
And remember, if that thing comes out,
specs.
it's catastrophic failure.
It could be very catastrophic. All right, dude, look, I got the flywheel, I've got the pressure plate, the clutch installed, all on our adapter piece, and I did it all without a alignment tool, and I'm using the transmission as the alignment tool because, well, it's perfect. Look at that. That looks great.
That is awesome.
That
dude.
is awesome.
Big moment.
This means anything with a 1-inch shaft can bolt right up and power this Volkswagen transmission and car. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait right there.
So that means we could power this thing with a Predator 212.
With an adapter. We could do a 212 with an adapter to go like 3/4 to a 1-inch. Build ourselves a plate, and we can have a 212.
We could have a 6.5 horsepower Beetle.
Okay, so these things come with like 36 horsepower. The original 4-cylinder Beetle engines. You know, some of the later ones had a little bit more, but 36 is a good number. You know, this thing built, we can put out an easy 20 horsepower, so it'll be a little less than the original engine, but it'd push it down the road. In fact, hold on a second.
A 98cc.
It looks like a chainsaw on the back of this thing.
Dude, so we have that engine on our micro cart.
Yeah.
Like the thing weighs 50 pounds. You think it could power this car?
It's got a transmission. We got first gear. I guarantee you it'll push it down the road in first gear. Probably second gear. Now, third and fourth gear, we might want to have a bit of a nice flat road with the wind behind us, but it would push it down the road.
Dude, we could even like, you know what has more power than an original Beetle engine is the billet animal we had on the Land speed bike.
You know what has even more power than that?
What?
The drag rail, the 670
You could swap
turbo.
a turbo 670. That would be insane.
That would be insane. There it is. I can see it right now. Oh yeah. But for now, we're just gonna carry on with what we got here. Let's see about getting this mounted on our engines and see about setting up our engines on the back of this car.
Come on down, buddy.
Coming down.
That's right there. A hair more. Yep.
That's real close.
Dude, it's close.
Well, actually,
Remember, yep.
you gotta lift it. So, dude, it's right there. All right, this is cool. Well, I'm trying to get our degrees the same on the crankshaft and the adapter that I made, because if we got that, yeah, we're pretty close. So I think it's time we just slide my adapter onto the crankshaft of the engine, and we just see about getting it up in there. Click is right.
This is so crazy.
Wonder if I need to add a little extra with the pull handle.
I mean, we do have an engine hoist we can use.
I think the table will work better. Alright. Oh, there it is. Dude!
So what are you looking for here?
I'm trying to center the flywheel in the bell housing. So what we've got is some rubbish. And we don't want that. We want it to be rub free. There's like no clearance at all in this flywheel, in the bell housing.
No room for error.
It'll self-clear.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright.
Alright, so we're there, so all we got to do is attach the bottom of the motor to the bell housing here. Then all we got to do is attach the back half to like the roll bars and stuff.
Sweet.
Yep.
Dude, this is awesome.
Yeah.
It's something.
Oh, it's something. Hopefully it's gonna work.
Now, the rotation of the engine, are we sure it's rotating the correct way? We're not going to have 4 reverse gears and 1 forward gear?
I'm like 99% positive we're doing the right direction.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. So Luke has joined us today. Luke, what are you thinking of what you see?
This thing's crazy.
It's
Oh.
pretty interesting.
Dude, we're gonna have a time with this.
I don't hear any rubbing. I think we got it right dead center. Oh yeah.
Perfect.
Like butter.
Dude.
This is good. Alright. Alright. Awesome. Now we just need to work on a brace going up, because we got to hold all that weight.
Yeah. We got it cut out. Let's see if we can position it.
Yep. So now that we have this mount, this lower mount somewhat figured out, we got to figure out how to get the weight off of this and tie it into the body. So we've come up with this tubing that we're going to tie into the roll bar right up here. So the roll bar seems to be pretty stout. We're going to be welding to here, and it's going to be tying in to this plate right here. It should give us pretty much everything we need to hold our engines in place. So let's get to cutting, because we got to trim it to make it fit. Good.
Oh man. Here we go.
All right, sounds good.
Cover.
Yes, sir. So we got that bar from the right down to the firewall, right to there, right at the last engine. Oh yeah. You gonna hit that one better?
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, and then we're gonna have to do a couple of tack welds here so it doesn't go anywhere. Figure out the bracing on the very bottom, and we'll lift the car off the table. So here in a few minutes we'll be able to pick the car up, and I'm just hoping that the weight of all those engines on the back won't give us any problems with the front there. Someone might have to hang off the front of the car to keep it from coming off the lift.
So our inline 3 diesel is now in the home stretch. The main motor plate is tacked in, and now it's all about doing everything we can to keep this thing from just folding in half from its own weight. We have all kinds of braces going in, but dude, this thing is turning out excellent. The engines spin over, no rubbing, right?
No rubbing.
So it's all about bracing this thing up, setting it down, and firing it up and going for a drive.
How's it going down there?
Good. Overhead.
It's just
Working out well.
welding up the pretty much the last of the main plate
Cover up.
pieces. And once he gets done with that, all kinds of bracing, looking good. Lucas,
Yes, sir.
we gotta jack this thing up and see if it wants to fall off the lift or not.
That's true. Have to
Yeah.
be careful with it. Hopefully when we release it, it doesn't just sag a little bit.
We'll see.
That's,
We'll see.
That's our main thing we needed to
Yeah, so we're gonna
gate.
I'm gonna put this thing on tripod And while you're looking, I'm going to be operating the lift, and you make sure that everything looks fine back here, and I'll look up front and make sure everything's fine up front. It's a lot of weight hanging off the back of this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I think it's going to lift the front of the car up off the...
Yeah, I do too.
Here we go.
It's clear. It's off.
Okay. All right.
It's a little bouncy.
Is it?
Yeah.
We'll just is it completely off? It is. All right. Let's move the table back, and we'll just lower the car. Oh boy.
Well, it's doing what it's supposed to when the front went down. Came right back up with it.
Let's see.
I mean, that's solid.
That seems to be pretty solid. It's pretty cushy back here.
As a Baja bug should be.
She's gonna be squatting. Clutch feels perfect. Oh gosh, this is so good. I mean, it's so bad but so good at the same time. We can crank this thing up right now and take it for a spin. We have no throttle, but we can like set these engines to like 2,000 RPM and put it in gear and just kind of put around the yard. Or we're gonna have to fix the throttle, but guys, this is a success. This is exactly what I wanted. In fact, let me just rotate this engine, make sure.
The wheels are on the ground.
The wheels are on the ground, but this thing is going into a bind and the motors are stuck.
Uh-oh.
She's on the ground, but she's in neutral too.
Okay.
Dude, So I wonder what is hitting. I mean, it could self-clear, right?
Boys, I can't believe it. It's ready for a test.
Yeah.
Is it gonna wheelie?
No, it's not gonna wheelie.
Do you think it's gonna break in half when we drive it?
No, it's not gonna break in half when we drive it.
All right. Well, I hope you are correct about one of those things.
I hope I'm correct about, yeah, you're right, one of those. Mainly the second one.
Well, what are you doing, man? Let's close the hood and go for a drive.
Oh, well, we gotta crank it up first.
Oh.
Just be careful with her, guys. I ran out of wire.
You ran out of welding wire halfway
All
through the job. It's fine. It's fine. We have no throttles right now either, so we're just gonna like lock them at 2,000 RPM, and
I don't know what they're locked at, but they're locked.
so we could have a runaway diesel.
We could.
Sweet.
It's let me make sure she rolls without turning.
Yeah, you want to make, because we don't know if the brakes work either.
We don't know.
The clutch may not work.
The clutch feels good.
Aim for the pond.
All right.
Contact.
All right.
lot of inertia? Something broken?
Yeah.
How bad?
Well, my cotter pin might have broke on my thing. The clutch was still, the flywheel was still spinning when the motor stopped.
Okay. That was insane.
We might have to do a couple of keys or something.
Okay.
The acceleration was impressive.
Yeah.
It ran smooth.
It was like a paint shaker, my guy.
I mean, it wasn't that bad. Dude, I think that was a very successful first rip.
I'll agree, it was extremely successful.
Right. Put her there.
And it didn't break in half.
So we got to do the accelerator cables.
Yep.
We need to figure out what broke and if we messed up a crankshaft.
Yep.
And go from there.
So the good news is that our homemade TDI diesel swapped into this Beetle. It actually is torquey and it survived its first test drive. This thing's not gonna have any problem driving on the highway.
The bad news is that coupling that I made took me a day and a half, I don't know, maybe even 2 days. I doubt it was 2 days. Might be ruined. I'm pretty sure it sheared the key, probably with all that torque, so we're gonna have to take it apart and we're gonna have to assess the damage. We might have to add an extra keyway or something, I don't know, but we got problems right there.
Well, you'll see it right here on Cars and Cameras. Thank you all for watching. Leave a thumbs up if you're enjoying the build, and we'll catch you next time.